guys, thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe as I'm going to have new videos every week. So today I am going to dive into the big and long-awaited and most anticipated video request since starting my channel, and that is a Q&A. This will be volume 1 because the submission was pretty big and there were just a lot of awesome questions, and I think it's going to take a significant amount of time for me to have the time to film them and really be thorough on my answers and try to be as transparent as I can and organic with the responses without cramming a bunch of stuff in and just kind of winging it a little too much. So anyways, without further ado, here we go. I've got to say the questions that you guys had were actually really awesome. I'm super impressed. There's a big variety that's going to be in this video. There's some really deep stuff. There's definitely some personal stuff. There's a lot of background questions on me and a lot of things that are not just related to the modeling industry or things like that. So I think it's going to be pretty entertaining. So let's see what we come up with here. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's just grab a random one. So I think this is a pretty good one. It's from Marshalee Patterson. Appreciate this question. How do you balance faith with your career? Do you always choose faith over a job? Great question. So going into it, I thought that this would be an industry where I'm going to be a minority, you know, being a Christian and having visible tattoos that obviously kind of proclaim that. And to balance it, it hasn't been as hard as I thought it'd be, honestly. I don't know if it's just something that God's done as I've been in the industry, but I've been shocked at how many times I've been on set and I talk to other models and they share similar beliefs. It's been really encouraging. Secondly, I try to balance it by being transparent about it, not hiding it, not feeling ashamed for my personal beliefs. So, you know, over the years on social media, I've kind of looked at it as a privilege to be able to kind of share that part of myself, and whether it's in a post or sharing a verse that encouraged me, hopefully encourages somebody else. And that's helped me to kind of keep it, that undercurrent there, without, you know, shoving anybody's face, more than just saying, hey, you know, this helped me, hopefully this might bring some positivity to your life. So I think the balance has come with trying to just keep it in the forefront of my mind and remember the big picture, and know that I can't get into this narcissistic thing that can come with modeling. I gotta remember that it's an opportunity that I feel like God's given me, and to be a light and a reflection of Christ if I can be. It is so hard to do and I always fall short, but I have the mindset at least, so I feel like I'm trying to do that by the way I carry myself, by being as professional as I can, to be considerate to people that I interact with, and on set and off. And yeah, I think just like carrying that mindset into anything you do would be the same way I have with this particular job. There has been, you know, castings and jobs over the years where, you know, I feel like maybe they're borderline sleazy or just wouldn't be good for my personal brand in general. And I don't even know if it ties into my faith necessarily as much as just like personal preference and feeling like I like to be involved with things of integrity and good character and stuff. And I'm not trying to judge other people. It's just we all have convictions of our own, and it's good to follow those. So hopefully that answers that question. Actually, on the note of turning down certain castings or jobs, you know, because there was this one time, it was for Pottery Barn, and they asked for a role of a gay male, and my agency hit me up about it, and I said, well, you know, what's entailed with it, what are the details and stuff, and because I am straight, and there wasn't enough clarity on what was really involved. And for me, I think that it's such a gray area, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where I would make the other model feel uncomfortable, or, you know, have something where I just can't be honest about it, you know, like I'm a straight guy, so going into that role just would be really challenging, and I don't think it would be genuine anyways for the client. So I respectfully declined, and an hour later they said, oh, well, we'd love to have Weston for the straight role, and it all worked out. And the other model that took the job did an awesome job, and I think it just went how it should have. And I think it's important, again, to stick with your convictions and just know who you are and what you're comfortable with, and it's not about judgment, it's just about yeah, your personal stance on things and respecting that between one person and the next. What is your workout routine? I get asked this a lot, actually, and I don't think a lot of people are aware that I actually have an Instagram account that's dedicated just to health and fitness tips and like my personal fitness journey, what works for me, what I do for you know, in relation to modeling work and how that all ties together. So the Instagram account is at Weston Boucher Fit, and that'll be in the description below. In addition, because there's been such a surge of questions about what I do for training and my diet and all that, I actually have 2 ebooks that are going to be releasing before the end of this summer. This is 2018, and they're going to be my exact training and my exact diet, because that's what you guys have asked for most, what I do specifically. So to keep up on that and be notified, make sure you check out the link in the description below. That is westonboucher.com/fit. That's going to let you, you know, become a member of my newsletter that's for health and fitness related stuff. And the second they come out, I'll be able to notify you. You'll be the first to know. And I think you guys are really going to like it. It's going to be exactly what I do. Okay, so we have a question from Aseel, and he says, what is the best and worst thing about being a model? Well, the absolute best thing, gosh, there's a lot of stuff that I think makes it a really, really cool and I always say dynamic career, is that I get to have a plethora of experiences on the regular and meet a lot of different people, a lot of different creatives on set, because a lot of time it's not always the same client, so I get to step into something where I don't have that much information, and it's kind of an adventure every time. So that's probably one of the best things for me, is that it's just super dynamic. It's always different. And that I get to, you know, be in an environment where I'm always challenged, and it's always something where I need to grow. There's always a level of intimidation factor, just kind of like going, okay, I gotta just figure this out. So I really like that about it, and I do like the travel that can come with it. Sometimes it's a little overkill, but I get to go to some pretty awesome places. I get to see a lot of really cool things because these productions can be really like intricate sometimes. If I'm doing something for like Harley Davidson, or I'm doing something for Pottery Barn or Cadillac, or any of the automotive stuff. I always really like the automotive stuff a lot over the fashion, honestly. Or if I'm working for like ASRV and I'm doing like a workout, you know, and they're just filming or shooting it as I work out. So that's kind of cool. Again, the dynamics of it. So the worst thing I would say is that it's a very unpredictable industry, so you have to just let go of having certainty about anything from one month to the next. You have to hustle and be ready for an opportunity, but you have to be prepared for rejection on the regular, and not let it get to you, because oftentimes it's not really about being, are you really the best looking guy or whatever. A lot of time it's just that casting directors have a certain idea in their mind, and you know, maybe they had to postpone the shoot. You don't really know, but it's easy to like get in your head about it. So yeah, the inconsistency can be a little bit weird sometimes, but after doing it for 7 years, you just kind of adapt to know that there's just like ebbs and flows, and as long as you're really good about budgeting your finances and you have a significant amount of people that have your back, meaning multiple agencies, it evens out throughout the year, and you can make a great income with it. So to tie into maybe another worst thing about it is the pressures of always having to one-up what you did previously, or you're only as relevant as the last thing you did, sort of thing, and always having to have this pressure of looking your best at all times. You can't live like a normal person. All your diet choices are different. Your life is made up of making sure that you're gonna look as great as you can in front of the camera, because that is your job. And there's just a lot of things that people don't think about that get into your psyche that go along with that. And you know, sure, it's a first world problem, like, oh, you poor thing, you know, but I mean, we all have our things, and I think that it's ignorance to assume that you know a lot about something until you actually do it. You know, any profession I have respect for, because I don't do it. I don't know what it's really what it really takes. And what ties into that too is a lot of the social media part of it, because you have so many demanding people and a lot of entitled people, and they just want to take things from you, and you want to help as many people as you can, but you can't, and you always kind of feel like you're letting people down to some degree. So there's those pressures, and that there's always just an influx of overstimulation and engagement with everything being tied to social media. It's just such a heavy part of the job outside of actual photo shoots.